seek the spotlight. They don't wear glory on their sleeves. Yet when nation trembles, they stand unshaken. The Central Armed Police Force are the unsung backbone of India's security architecture. They are the guardians of borders. They are protector of our cities, lives, and they are the important mechanism for the part of election system. When chaos strikes, when insurgency flares, when disaster shatters the normalcy, it is the CRPF or it is the CAPF that walks in calmly. Hello all, welcome to Universal Group of Institutions, Bengaluru. In this particular video session, we are going to understand about the 7 paramilitary forces of India. Yes, they are not the military forces, they are paramilitary forces of India whom we call as the Central Armed Police Forces. So in this particular video session, we are going to understand the purpose with which all these Central Armed Police Forces are established and what was the year, what is the duty that they are performing. In our next video session, we are going to discuss about the problems that are plaguing the different Central Armed Police Forces. So without a delay, let us start. So there are 7 Central Armed Police Forces. The first Central Armed Police Force is the Assam Rifles. That is one of the oldest Central Armed Police Forces. This particular Central Armed Police Force, that is the Assam Rifles, was established or formed in 1835. Even to the day, this particular Central Armed, that is the Assam Rifles, is headed by an individual from the Indian Army of the rank of Lieutenant General. This is the only CAPF that is headed by the individual of an army, making it one of the India's most seasoned paramilitary forces. Okay, what is their primary duty? Primarily engaged in a counter-insurgency operations across the challenging terrain of the northeastern India. We know the terrain of northeastern India. Dense forest, the hills. The most of the time you find rain. This is the one that guards those. They also guard the very important and the very porous border, that is the India Myanmar border. And we know very clearly the insurgency that we see in northeastern India, that is all being exported from the Myanmar as well. They also provide the crucial aid to the civil authorities during the time of a crisis and the natural disaster. They are headquartered in Shillong with 46 battalions. They exemplify the rich history of service as a since being functioning from the past, more than 100 years. Nearly. The next CAPF happens to be the Border Security Force. It was established in the year 1965. Established in 1965, it was created to streamline the border security following the India-Pakistan War of 1965. I have just a question for you. How many wars have been fought between India and Pakistan? Do let us know in the comment section. It serves as India's first line of defense. It guards 6,386 kilometers of border with Pakistan and Bangladesh. Who was guarding the borders of India, Myanmar? There is the Assam Rifle. Who guards the border with the Pakistan and the Bangladesh? There happens to be the BSF. We know very clearly prior to 1971, we had a West Pakistan and the East Pakistan. So the BSF was created to guard the border between the India and Pakistan. With the creation of Bangladesh in the 1971, the BSF role has changed to guard the East Pakistan, that is the Bangladesh currently. It prevents trans-border crimes and the unauthorized entry and exit. The BSF operate across the diverse terrain. We know the terrain of Jammu and Kashmir. We know the terrain of Punjab. We know the terrain of the Bangladesh as well. We know very clearly how, the during the monsoon months, how the river Brahmaputra that floods the entire northeastern as well as the Bangladesh. So it involved in the anti-infiltration and anti-smuggling operations. Cattle are being smuggled, humans are being smuggled, the weapons are being smuggled as well. The next force that we see, across our cities, guarding the very important installations, be it the airports, even the Delhi metro is guarded by this Central Armed Police Force that happens to be the CISF, Central Industrial Security Force. It was created in 1969 to secure critical infrastructure and the public sector undertakings of India. Currently, there's safeguard industrial units, airports, seaports, and the vital government buildings. As I said very clearly, that is the DMRCL has, the taken the help of Central Industrial Security Force to protect them. Next one, the again, which is the second oldest, happens to be the Central Reserve Police Force, created in the year 1939 as a Crown's representative police, which was later renamed as the CRPF, which happens to be the front line, the force that has been battling the Naxalism. Their elite commando force, called as the Cobra, has conducted a numerous successful operations against the Naxals. So what it does, it assists state and union territory of police forces maintaining in a public order and peace. As I said very clearly, during the time of the elections, who ensures the smooth conduct of elections among, apart from the state police forces, that happens to be the CRPF. It is one of the largest central armed police force as well, with more than 246 battalions. What is their duty? Actively involved in critical counter insurgency and the anti-Naxal operations. You can see, very clearly, they are also stationed in the state of Jammu and Kashmir as well. Just recall the incident of Pulwama, where their convoy was attacked by the terrorists. We have the Indo-Tibetan Border Police Force. As the name itself says, they are one of the high altitude guardians, which was raised in the year 1962. Okay, specifically tasked with guarding the challenging India-China border. They happens to be, the one, if you look at their operations, operating in a harsh Himalayan conditions, the ITBP personnel are highly skilled in mountaineering, survival techniques. They are trained to endure the extreme cold and the rough terrain of the Tibetan plateau. There, apart from this, there have been also the frontline defense whenever any natural disaster happens. That is the Indo-Tibetan Border Police. They guard the border between the India and China. The next force, the Central Armed Police Force, that is also known as AKA Black Cats. We all know the heroics of the Sandeep Krishnan, who laid his life defending the city of Mumbai during the 26/11 terrorist attack. So, when was it formed? It was formed in the year 1984, right after the Operation Blue Star. We know very clearly, when the six separatists have taken the hostage and they occupied the Akal Takht, the Golden Temple, the Indian army was used to flush those terrorists from the Golden Temple. After the, by the going by the experience of that Operation Blue Star, it was understood that there is a need of a specialized forces which is more suited to fight the terrorists in the urban warfare. So that is when we created the National Security Guard. The members of the National Security Guards are drawn from the Indian Army as well as the elite Indian Police Service as well. So what do? They are expert in handling the hostage situations, hijackings, and the direct action mission, as I said very clearly. And they also provides the elite security cover to the high risk individuals and the dignitaries. They, as I said very clearly, Going by their uniform, they're also, since they don the black uniform, they're also known as the black cats as well. So NSG comprised of the highly trained commandos from the Indian Army and the other CAPF. They undergoes a rigorous selection and a training process, and their rapid response capability and specialized skills make them indispensable for neutralizing the terror threats and safeguarding the national assets. So right now they have been functioning as a premier force to fight the urban warfare. Next, we have the Sashastra Seema Bal, created in the year 1963. They guard the India's open border with the Nepal and Bhutan. Remember this very clearly. Who is guarding the India Myanmar? Assam Rifle. Who is guarding the Bangladesh and the Pakistan's borders? That is the BSF. Who is guarding India, China? That is the ITBP. Now, who guards India, Nepal, and India, Bhutan borders? That happens to be the Sashastra Seema Bal. What is their primary role? Preventing the cross border crime and smuggling along the borders of Nepal and Bhutan. They also focus on community development program in the remote border areas. I mean, they have around 73 battalions. I mean, as you see very clearly, Seva Suraksha is the motto of the Sashastra Seema Bal. So these are the 7 central armed police forces, that is which functions under the Ministry of Home Affairs. Among these, the Assam Rifles is a one that is headed by an personnel from an Indian army of the rank of lieutenant general. All are headed by the individuals that are drawn from the Indian police service. So that's it in this high value edition session on central armed police forces. Do like, do share, do subscribe. If you have any concern, do let us know in the comment section. Thank you.